I'm Kevin Parker, Spokane State Representative from the 6th District. Thank you for joining me this week for my weekly update. This has been a busy week in Olympia. Yesterday was the deadline for all House bills to be voted out of the House. We've put in many long hours. In fact, we're on the floor till midnight many times this week. In 9 weeks of session, however, we have voted to save only $942 million in our state budget, yet we have an $8 billion budget shortfall. It's important for us to pass a responsible budget to the taxpayers about the state's priorities. We can pass a budget that protects our state's most vulnerable, and we can do so without raising your taxes. Since the session began, more than 400 citizens have lost their jobs each day, totaling more than 25,000 Washingtonians. This situation requires the legislature to do something to help its citizens, and that does not mean increasing your taxes. Incentives would help employers to keep their shops open and offer good-paying jobs. I know because I am a business owner. We should reduce government and let the American innovation and dreams continue to define who we are as a culture and who we are as a state. One of my concerns is that instead of addressing the massive budget deficit and the struggling working families of our community, we're talking about restoring voting rights to felons who have not fully paid their debt to society. In closing, it's interesting that more people have spoken on this bill than any bill in our 58 days here thus far. And I think that's good because it shows that it's packed with emotion, it's packed with thought, and it's packed with who we are as a people. You know, the lens through which we see the world is so important because it's how we define things and it's how we develop our theory and our approach. And here's what I see. I see Washington as the 7th highest ranking state in identity theft alone. 6,000 Washingtonians will be affected by identity theft this year, and police say that is just a fraction of the amount of people who are impacted. A gentleman out of Seattle named Terry Timmons never owed a cable company $1,300. He never had 4 cell phone accounts, and he had never been evicted. But the people posing as Terry had. So as we talk about felons, it is critically important we talk about victims. Because so many times in this body, we're faced with choices. We're faced with choices of who we're going to stand with. Do we stand with employers? Do we stand with unions? Do we stand with Republicans? Do we stand with Democrats? But tonight we're faced with a question, do we stand with felons or do we stand with victims? And tonight I choose to give my voice and stand with victims. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I voted no on this bill because I believe felons should be held fully accountable and pay their debt to society. I seriously hope that we move into the last week and days of session, we can refocus on the critical budgetary challenges facing our state and working families. Please, as always, feel free to contact me. I would love to hear from you. And thank you. My name is Kevin Parker, and it is a deep honor to be your voice in Olympia. Thank you.